Picture this: a civilization that didn't just worship gods, but created a complete scientific theory of how the universe actually works. Every sunrise, every death, every flood of the Nile was part of an intricate cosmic machine, and each Egyptian god was a specific operator keeping this machine running perfectly. Now I know what you're thinking. Come on, these are just ancient stories. But here's the thing that'll blow your mind. The ancient Egyptians didn't see chaos and order as opposites fighting each other. They saw them as dance partners in an eternal cycle that keeps reality itself from collapsing. Today, we're going to explore this cosmic system and meet the divine engineers who've been maintaining the universe for over 4,000 years. But first, and this is crucial, we need to understand how it all began. Because without grasping the foundation, everything else just looks like random God stories. Trust me on this. At the beginning of everything, there was none. Not just water, but infinite potential. Think of it like this. Imagine every possible reality floating in one vast ocean of possibility, waiting for something to choose which reality would become real. It's actually a pretty sophisticated concept when you think about it. From this ocean of potential, something extraordinary happened that would make modern physicists weep with joy. Atom willed himself into existence, not created by something else, not born from anything. He simply decided to exist, and in that first act of conscious will, the universe began. Pretty wild, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Atom faced an immediate problem. He was alone in infinite space with no way to create anything else because creation requires separation. You can't make something new without dividing what already exists. So Adam performed the universe's first act of self-sacrifice. He split himself in two. From his breath came Shu, the god of air. But we're not talking about just wind here. We're talking about the very concept of space between things. From his moisture came Tefnut, not just water, but the principle of life-giving sustenance. These weren't just his children. They were the first cosmic laws, that things must have space between them to exist, and that life requires nourishment. Now, pay attention to this next part, because it's where the Egyptian system starts showing its genius. Space and nourishment floating in infinity couldn't create a world. They needed somewhere to operate. So Shu and Tefnut created the cosmic stage itself. Geb, the earth, solid, reliable, the foundation where things could actually happen, and Nut, the sky, the vast dome that would contain and protect everything within. But here's the brilliant part that most people miss. Nut doesn't just sit above the earth like some kind of cosmic ceiling. Every night she swallows the sun, carries it through her body, and gives birth to it again each morning. The sky isn't just empty space. It's an active participant in the cosmic cycle, ensuring that every day literally begins with an act of divine rebirth. I mean, how poetic is that? The cosmic stage needed actors, though, and Geb and Nut provided them. 4 children who would govern the most crucial aspects of existence: life, death, order, and chaos. Their names were Osiris, Isis, Seth, and Nephthys. Osiris would rule life and order. Isis would master magic and wisdom. Seth would embody necessary chaos and change. And Nephthys would guard the transitions between life and death, the protective sister who ensures souls make it safely from one state to another. But here's what makes this cosmic family structure so brilliant. They created a complete system for testing whether the universe could actually handle the complexities of existence. Because what happened next would teach the cosmos its most important lesson, that even divine perfection must be broken before it can become truly eternal. Let me set the scene for you. Osiris and Isis represented the cosmic system working exactly as intended. Osiris was the perfect king, just, wise, bringing prosperity to everything under his rule. Isis was the perfect queen, intelligent, magical, able to solve any problem and heal any wound. Together they ruled Egypt in an age of unprecedented peace and abundance. The cosmic machine was humming along perfectly. too perfectly. And that's where Seth comes in. Now, here's where most people get it completely wrong. Seth wasn't evil. He was necessary. In the cosmic system, Seth represented the force that prevents stagnation, the disruption that stops perfection from becoming sterile. Because here's what the Egyptians understood that many other cultures missed. A system that never changes eventually stops working entirely. Seth looked at his brother's perfect kingdom and saw danger, not evil, but the kind of perfection that leads to death through unchanging order. So Seth did what chaos gods do. He introduced necessary change through shocking violence. He killed Osiris, but not just killed, dismembered him, scattered the pieces across Egypt, made sure this wasn't a death that could be easily reversed. And when Seth murdered his brother, he didn't just commit fratricide, he broke the cosmic machine itself. The Nile stopped flooding properly, crops failed, the dead couldn't rest. Natural law began to unravel because the god responsible for maintaining divine order was no longer functional. This is where we see the cosmic system's built-in repair mechanism activate. Isis and Nephthys, the two sisters, immediately began working together. Isis provided the innovation and magical power, while Nephthys provided the knowledge of death's secrets and safe passage between worlds. Faced with cosmic collapse, they didn't despair. They innovated. Isis searched the length and breadth of Egypt, collecting every piece of her husband's broken body. She learned new magic, created new rituals, and with the help of Anubis, who emerged as the specialist in death transformation, and Thoth, who provided the knowledge of cosmic laws, she performed the universe's first act of resurrection. She reconstructed Osiris, creating the first mummy. But here's the crucial detail that changes everything. Osiris came back different. He couldn't return to his old life as king of the living. Instead, he became something new. King of the dead, ruler of the afterlife, the god who proved that death isn't an ending, but a transformation into a different kind of existence. Through Isis's magical resurrection, Osiris impregnated her with Horus, the child who would represent the universe's next evolutionary step. Not the old perfect order that Seth had to break, but a new kind of order that included chaos as a necessary component. Think about this for a moment. Isis was simultaneously sister to Osiris, wife to Osiris, and mother to Horus. This wasn't scandalous to the Egyptians. It represented the eternal feminine principle that transcends human family categories, the cosmic force that can be whatever the universe needs to maintain continuity. When Horus grew up and challenged Seth for the throne, it wasn't just a family dispute. It was the universe testing whether its new system could actually work. Could order and chaos coexist? Could perfect kingship incorporate necessary disruption? The contest was violent and prolonged. Horus, represented as a falcon because falcons see everything from above and dive with perfect precision, exactly what a cosmic king needs, fought Seth across the length of Egypt. In their battle, Seth injured Horus's eye, but this wasn't just a wound. The eye of Horus became a symbol of the moon, and its healing by Thoth represented the cosmic principle that even divine damage can be restored through wisdom and proper knowledge. After this cosmic contest that shook the foundations of reality, the gods assembled for judgment with Geb, god of the earth, acting as judge, and they ruled in favor of Horus. But notice what happened to Seth. This is important. He wasn't destroyed or banished. Instead, he was given a new role. Every night, he would sail with Ra through the underworld and fight the serpent Apophis, using his chaotic power to defend cosmic order. This is the Egyptian system's masterstroke. Chaos does not oppose order. It serves order by keeping it flexible and strong. The crisis had revealed that the cosmic system needed this kind of necessary disruption to remain vital and responsive to new challenges. But the resolution of this cosmic crisis revealed something else, crucial. The universe needed daily maintenance to keep running smoothly. The gods couldn't just set up a perfect system and walk away. They had to actively maintain it every single day. And this is where we meet the star of the cosmic maintenance crew. Ra wasn't just the sun god. He was the universe's proof that death and rebirth are the fundamental rhythm of existence. Every day, Ra demonstrated the cosmic cycle by living it completely. But here's what is fascinating. As the Egyptian understanding of cosmic forces grew more sophisticated over the centuries, they realized something profound about Ra's true nature. There was another force at work in the cosmic system, one so fundamental that it remained hidden behind all the others. Amun, whose name literally means the hidden one, represented the invisible force that powered the entire cosmic machine. While other gods had specific jobs, Amun was the electricity running through the whole system. Different cities throughout Egypt recognized this in different ways. Memphis, the political capital, focused on Ptah, the creator craftsman, because running an empire required conscious design and skilled craftsmanship. Thebes, the religious capital, emphasized Amun, the hidden power, because spiritual authority needed to tap into the invisible forces behind all existence. As Egyptian theology evolved, they realized Amun and Ra weren't separate. They were two aspects of the same cosmic force, eventually merging into Amun-Ra, the hidden power behind visible action. This represented one of humanity's first attempts at monotheism, the idea that all divine forces were ultimately expressions of one universal principle. But let's get back to Ra's daily demonstration of cosmic principles. At dawn, Ra appears as Khepri, the scarab beetle god who pushes the solar disk up from the horizon, just like scarab beetles push balls of dung across the desert. And before you say, ew, think about this imagery for a second. The Egyptians chose the scarab specifically because it represents life emerging from apparent waste, new potential created from what seems like decay. The scarab lays its eggs in dung balls, and new life literally emerges from decomposition. That's the morning message. Every dawn is life being reborn from the apparent death of night. At noon, Ra reaches his full power, sailing across the sky in his solar bark, accompanied by a crew of helpful gods. This is when the cosmic system operates at maximum efficiency, light everywhere, shadows minimal, the world clearly visible and comprehensible. The solar bark isn't just transportation, it's a symbol of conscious direction. The idea that cosmic forces don't just happen randomly, but are guided by divine intelligence. But as evening approaches, Ra voluntarily transforms into Atum, the setting sun who willingly enters death. This isn't defeat. It's the daily act of cosmic sacrifice that makes tomorrow possible. Atum represents the wisdom of knowing when to let go, when to surrender to transformation so that renewal can occur. And here's where the system gets really sophisticated. Ra's night journey through the underworld. Every night, Ra must navigate the realm of the dead, facing dangers and obstacles, proving that he deserves to be reborn. It's not automatic. Even gods must earn their renewal through effort and struggle. The biggest threat is Apophis, the cosmic serpent who represents not just chaos, but entropy itself. The force that wants to drag everything back into undifferentiated nothingness. Apophis doesn't want to rule or change things. It wants to unmake everything, to return reality to the primeval state before creation began. Apophis is so powerful that it can hypnotize all the other gods, except Seth. Remember Seth, the god of necessary chaos? Every single night, Seth stands guard over Ra's boat and fights Apophis with his spear. This is why Seth could never be eliminated from the cosmic system. Without chaos fighting entropy, without disruption preventing total dissolution, the universe would dissolve back into Nun's primeval waters. It's like having a security guard who's a little rough around the edges, but absolutely essential when the real bad guys show up. But Ra doesn't make this journey alone. The cosmic system has developed a sophisticated support network, and each member has a specific job that keeps reality humming along smoothly. Thoth, the god of wisdom and writing, maintains the cosmic laws. He records everything that happens, measures time itself, and ensures that divine justice operates according to consistent principles. When reality gets confusing, Thoth provides the knowledge needed to understand what's really happening. Think of him as the universe's librarian and accountant rolled into one. He was thought to have been born from the forehead of Seth after Seth had eaten the seed of Horus, showing that even from chaotic conflict, wisdom and balance can emerge. Anubis, the god of embalming, guides souls through their own death and rebirth journey. He ensures that death is transformation rather than termination, that the cosmic cycle continues at every level of existence. Anubis doesn't just watch over mummies. He's the cosmic transition specialist. He had a strong connection to Osiris, whose body he wrapped after death, creating the first mummy and establishing the divine precedent for all burial practices. And Isis, the goddess of magic, serves as the cosmic repair service. When something in the system breaks, and things do break, Isis has the power to fix it, to restore function, to innovate new solutions to unprecedented problems. Her magic was so strong that she even challenged Ra himself, creating a snake to bite him and only healing him when he revealed his true name, which greatly enhanced her power. This story shows that even within the cosmic system, knowledge and power must sometimes be redistributed to maintain proper function. But here's where the cosmic maintenance system gets really interesting. Ra doesn't do his work through just one set of eyes. He has multiple eyes, different aspects of his cosmic vision that he can deploy as needed. These weren't separate goddesses. They were literally Ra's eyes, different manifestations of his power sent out to handle specific cosmic problems. When Ra needed to see and eliminate malfunctions in the cosmic system, he sent out his eye as Sekhmet, the lioness goddess who could breathe fire and bring the hot winds of the desert. When Ra grew old and his human subjects plotted against him, he deployed Sekhmet to restore order. Though her wrath was so intense that she nearly wiped out all of humanity, showing that even necessary corrections can go too far without proper limits. When he needed to see and protect what was working well in the system, he used his eye as Bastet. Starting out as a lioness deity but transforming into a cat goddess, as the system grew more sophisticated, Bastet fought against the forces of dissolution like Apophis, but was also a protective deity watching over women during pregnancy and acting as divine nurse to the pharaoh. When he needed to see and nurture new life and possibility, he deployed his eye as Hathor, the goddess of women and motherhood, strongly connected with female sexuality and the creative force. She was thought to watch over conception and childbirth, sometimes depicted as either the mother or wife of Horus, showing how divine principles can take different roles as needed. The pharaoh was called the son of Hathor, and queens were associated with the goddess. There was also Neith, another eye of Ra who took the form of a cow, representing the maternal aspect of cosmic power. In some accounts, she predated creation itself and was the creator of Ra, his enemy Apophis, and mankind, embodying the maternal principle that gives birth to both order and chaos, both protection and challenge. Her maternal side was balanced by her warlike aspect, where she was said to be a master archer, showing that cosmic motherhood includes both nurturing and fierce protection. Even Ptah, the craftsman god of Memphis, fits into this cosmic maintenance system. He represented the principle that reality itself is a work of art, carefully crafted and continuously refined by divine intelligence. It was believed in Memphis that Ptah was responsible for creation, creating the world through thought and creative words, sculpting the earth on his potter's wheel. Ptah created the arts and crafts and shared his gifts with humanity, showing that cosmic creation includes the human ability to make beautiful and useful things. Now here's what's really fascinating about this entire system. It does not just operate at the divine level. The cosmic machine needs human participation to function properly, and the Egyptians developed an incredibly sophisticated way to recruit humans into the cosmic maintenance crew. The afterlife trial that the Egyptians created isn't just about moral judgment, it's about recruitment. The gods are essentially interviewing human souls to see if they are qualified to help maintain cosmic order for eternity. When a soul dies, it begins a journey that mirrors Ra's nightly voyage through the underworld. Like Ra, the soul faces dangers, obstacles, and challenges designed to test its worthiness for rebirth. This isn't punishment, it's training, preparation for a bigger role in the cosmic system. The soul travels through the underworld, avoiding dangerous monsters and demons. Not because these creatures are evil, but because they represent the cosmic forces that unprepared souls need to learn to navigate. It's like a final exam for cosmic citizenship. Can you handle the same challenges that the gods face every night? When the soul finally reaches the Hall of Ma'at, it faces 42 judges. Now, this number isn't arbitrary. 42 represented the fundamental principles that keep cosmic order functioning, based on the 42 nomes or administrative districts of Egypt. Each judge represented one aspect of cosmic law, and the soul had to demonstrate that it understood these principles, that it had lived according to the cosmic laws that keep reality stable. The soul would stand before each judge and proclaim its innocence of a specific violation of cosmic order. I have not stolen. I have not killed. I have not caused tears. I have not polluted the water. I have not been aggressive. These weren't just moral rules, they were the operational principles that keep the cosmic machine running smoothly. Then comes the weighing of the heart. The soul's core essence weighed against the feather of Ma'at, which represents truth and cosmic balance. If the heart is heavier than the feather, it means the soul tried to accumulate more than its cosmic role required. It was selfish rather than serving the greater system. The monster Amit would devour such hearts, not as punishment, but as cosmic recycling. That energy would be returned to the system to be used more appropriately. But if the heart balances perfectly with the feather, it proves the soul has learned to function as part of the cosmic machine rather than working against it. Osiris, as judge of the dead and king of the underworld, would then evaluate the soul's specific qualifications for its eternal role in maintaining reality. This is why Egyptian burial practices were so elaborate. They weren't just preserving the body. They were providing the tools and knowledge a soul would need to pass its cosmic job interview and join the divine maintenance crew. The wealthy could afford more elaborate burials with more tools and spells, but it was entirely possible for any Egyptian to make it through the underworld trials with the right knowledge and preparation. The canopic jars that held the organs during mummification weren't just preservation. They were protected by the 4 sons of Horus, each one guarding a specific organ needed for the soul's cosmic work: the lungs for breath, the stomach for nourishment, the liver for purification, and the intestines for processing and transformation. This entire system demonstrates something remarkable about Egyptian thinking. They saw the universe not as something that just exists, but as something that must be continuously maintained through conscious participation. Every god has a specific function in this maintenance. Every myth explains how the cosmic machine operates. Every ritual provides a way for humans to contribute to keeping existence itself running smoothly. The genius of this system is its recognition that stability requires constant change, that order must incorporate chaos to remain vital, that death must be transformation rather than termination. The cosmic machine doesn't just run, it evolves, learns, and improves itself through every cycle. When Ra completes his night journey and emerges as Khepri at dawn, he's not just returning unchanged. He's been renewed, strengthened, prepared for whatever new challenges the day might bring. The entire cosmic system has been tested, maintained, and upgraded through the night's work. And the universe begins again, not as mere repetition, but as continuous creation. This is why Egyptian civilization lasted over 3,000 years. They didn't just build pyramids and temples. They constructed their entire society as part of the cosmic machine, with pharaohs as earthly representatives of Horus, priests as maintenance specialists, and every citizen as a potential member of the divine crew. Future pharaohs claimed descent from Horus, and it was this divine ancestry that gave them the right to rule. But it wasn't just political propaganda. It was a recognition that maintaining cosmic order on Earth required the same kind of conscious, daily effort that the gods put into maintaining cosmic order in the heavens. The gods aren't distant figures to be worshipped. They're the operating system of reality itself, and the system is always recruiting new operators. Every sunrise is an invitation to participate. Every death is an opportunity for transformation. Every act of creation, protection, or healing is a way of keeping the cosmic machine running smoothly. That's the real message of Egyptian mythology. The universe isn't something that just exists. It's something that must be continuously maintained through conscious participation. The gods showed humans how it's done, providing a complete manual for cosmic citizenship. From Adam's initial act of self-creation through Seth's necessary disruptions, from Ra's daily demonstrations of death and rebirth to the recruitment of human souls into eternal cosmic service. Every element works together in one vast, interconnected system. And maybe, just maybe, that ancient wisdom about conscious participation in maintaining reality is exactly what our modern world needs to remember. The cosmic machine is still running, still needs operators, still offers the same invitation it extended to the ancient Egyptians. Join the crew, learn your role, and help keep existence itself running smoothly for everyone who comes after.